Dr. Haith, I'm so excited to have you here in the studio today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So, as a fellow Dorchester girl and a Dorchester native right here in front of me, you grew up right across the street from Mother Caroline Academy. Can you talk a little bit about what it means for you to be able to come back and to lead the school as the new head of school?
That's a great question. Yes, Dorchester native, and so when I say that I grew up across the street, my grandmother lived right across the street from the school. And so I pretty much watched it be built. And I often said, like, ooh, I wonder what that school is about. I want to go to that school. Unfortunately, when Mother Caroline opened its doors, I was in high school. So I was already too old for the school. But to lead Mother Caroline is truly a dream. It feels like a homecoming. I've worked in lots of different schools all around Boston and in the suburbs of Boston, but to come back home to Dorchester to be able to lead a school with black and brown girls, a school full of girls that looks like me, it feels really good. And I'm also the youngest of 4 girls, and so to be in an all-girls institution just felt like it was sort of a calling for me to come home. So it means the world to me to be able to lead such a phenomenal school.
Mother Caroline Academy is a hidden gem. I'd love to know what attracted you to this position and what do you hope to accomplish in your future years of leadership there?
Great question. It is a hidden gem, and I often say to people, if you're a gem, you shouldn't be hiding. And so in my future leadership there, I hope to have it be a well-known institution. Being a hidden gem, it has sustained itself over the years. However, I think that it's such a phenomenal institution that I want to make sure that everybody in the city of Boston and beyond knows about it. So in my future there, I just want to shout from the rafters so that everybody knows about it. And I decided to pursue this position because I had finished up my doctorate degree and I really was yearning for more leadership opportunities. And, you know, something about being able to serve the community where you're from and with girls that look like you spoke to my spirit. And the funny thing is, I actually was given the position description by my mentor who's in California. She sent it to me and she's like, hey, I saw this thing online. I know you're from Dorchester. Do you know this school? And I was like, do I? Yes, I know that school. And I would love to pursue the opportunity to work there. So again, you know, she's a Massachusetts native from Cambridge. She had never heard of the school. She simply was perusing online and she knew that I was interested in a leadership opportunity. And I had pursued other ones, but they, you know, some of the other schools that I was in the race for to be the head of school, they just didn't feel like the right fit at the end of the day. And then when I stepped on campus at Mother Caroline, I could tell that that was absolutely where I belonged.
That's amazing. And what would you say sets apart Mother Caroline from other private schools in the city?
That is, you know, a question that I love to answer for people. The thing that sets Mother Caroline Academy apart from other private schools in the area is that we are the only tuition-free private school in the city of Boston for girls. And so the fact that we are able to educate the girls in the community at no or low cost, really to the families, really speaks volumes. So, you know, the girls wear uniforms, and so the families pay the small fee to get the uniforms, but there is no tuition at Mother Caroline Academy. And so that is truly what sets us apart. We have a 1-to-7 ratio for students and teachers, so really small class sizes to provide an intimate setting for girls to really be able to do their best learning and thinking with a faculty and staff that cares deeply about them.
That's amazing. And it sounds like the attention is really on helping these young women develop. And what do you find unique about an all-girls education?
Yeah, so that was the thing that I was like, ooh, can I do all girls? I am the youngest of four girls myself. And so I feel like that was, that was my experience at home. But an all girls education stands out because sometimes as girls don't raise their voices, right? And so if you are in a class that boys are in, particularly really, it comes up in math and science spaces, you might know the answer, but you might not have the confidence to, speak up in front of one of your male peers.
Right.
So for us, the all girls environment allows every girl to be able to shine and be themselves and not worry about, what they're wearing or some of the other distractions that you find in a co-ed environment. And then there's just a lot of research out there that proves that there are some professions that just lack females. And so we want to be able to bridge that gap and prepare our women to go into any field that they want to go into, whether it be STEM, whether it be a math position, whether, they want to be an astronaut. We want them to know that even if the field is predominantly male at this point, that, they can be a first or they can be one of few and shine in those spaces.
I love that. And then in terms of like what you've seen in the education field, what are some of the challenges you would say are facing young women of color, and how do you hope that MCA can be of service?
Yeah, another great question. I think that, again, the challenges facing women of color is kind of a double whammy, right? I'm a female and I am a person of color, and maybe I didn't grow up with, a particular way of being that people expect. And so I think having the cultural difference and sometimes the racial difference can make girls feel alone or isolated. And the thing that we hope to do is have them raise their voice, right? Ask the hard questions, ask the questions that you really need answers to, and not be afraid to be bold about it. And so we are a school that is true to our mission, and we're raising girls to be bold and be authentic to who they are. And so I think that that is the way that we will fill in the gap moving forward in the city of Boston and beyond.
Okay, fearless young women. And of all of the things that are happening at Mother Caroline, what are you most proud of right now?
I am most proud of our community partnerships. And so we have a lot of community partnerships, Step Into Art, EV Kids, and most recently a connection with Boston Children's Hospital. And the girls were able to go and be at Boston Children's Hospital and really get hands-on learning experiences in the medical field. And some of them have never even heard, the word phlebotomist. And then when they were just so excited to learn what it really means to be in the medical profession. And some of them that were a little freaked out by drawing blood and things of that nature, it was still an important experience for them as well, because they were like, oh, nope, I don't want to do that. And it was okay for them to be able to say that. So I am most proud of our community partnerships, and we are always looking for more of those. So we encourage, people in the community that have programming and are doing things where they feel like we can get involved. We're always happy to partner.
And what's very exciting, MCA just celebrated its 30th year anniversary, yes. 30 years of educating young ladies. So what does it mean for you to honor this institution and for the many alums who are coming out of the school and honoring their contributions?
It is a great time. I feel like I took the realm right at the right time, because to sustain an institution for 30 years, and as you referred to it, and be a hidden gem, that is just beyond amazing to me. And so, after celebrating 30 years, I think that the way we continue to honor the institution is having our alum come back to sit on a panel to speak to girls about what they're doing, and to really make sure that we are a more well-known institution in the city of Boston, because I think that the way that we honor is to continue to do what we do and to take it to the next level. So we're not only educating girls when it comes to like reading, math, social studies, English language arts, curriculum. We have art that we are offering. We are, talking to the girls about what they want to do, what they want to see more of, so that we can tap into not only education, but arts and athletics, as well as public speaking, because that's going to be really important. And we've been fortunate to have alum come back and help us with that. And again, our goal at Mother Caroline Academy is to absolutely educate the girls, get them into the high school that they want to go to, but beyond that, we also want to take care of them when they're in college and beyond. And so it is really a school that has a strong tradition, and it's small enough to be family oriented. So we are one big family, and I think that the next 30 years we want to continue to not only exist but to thrive.
It's very exciting. And then for our viewers, how can they learn more and support the work that's happening at Mother Caroline Academy?
So we are on all social media platforms. People can check us out there. They can also go to the website. If you go to Mother Caroline Academy, you can find out what is going on. And then also come on by. We are located at 515 Blue Hill Avenue in Dorchester. And we're very excited because for our first day of school this year is September 4th, and we are doing a huge clap in. So we welcome everyone from the community to come and join us while we clap the girls into a new school year.
Oh, that sounds so fun. And I hope the community comes out for that to get an inside peek on the school.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Carla Haith, the new head of school at Mother Caroline Academy, thank you so much for your time, and wishing you the best as you charter the school in its new era.
Thank you so much, Faith. Thanks for the invite.